Hello everyone, welcome to another YouTube video. Today, along with my two friends, we will discuss some facts about Guild Wars 2, a game we play for a good amount of time, a lot of years. Hello guys, welcome to the video and the stream too.
Hello, mate.
Hello.
Along with the dungeons we will do, thank you for coming today, helping me on this video, discussing some topics about this game. I think we all combined have a good amount of hours into this game, so we have a good, stable opinion about it. I don't know.
I think everyone has his own opinion, but depends on what kind of gameplay everyone is playing.
Yeah,
uh,
truly.
In this game.
Truly, but I think after this amount of time we play, we have a good amount of a good opinion, let's say, on every aspect of this game. Even if we used a lot of time on it, or we played a little, or anything like that. So you can join the dungeon too. So we can start. So let's start with the first things. The basics of this. Maindol, let's start with you. Tell me, how did you start the game? Did you join for the first time? What was the thing made you to start playing Guild Wars 2?
I was a student back then in time, like 7 or 8 years ago. A friend of mine there on the college I was attending told me about this game that he was playing, and I just created an account. I played for a while, but I stopped after like 100 hours on the game.
Oh, okay.
And I joined back again like 6 or 8 months later. Another friend was playing the game, and he told me I can join him because I didn't want to play it alone.
Yeah, I think
So
Guild
I
Wars.
started
Yeah, I
them.
think I think Guild Wars 2 is not a solo game. You need some company to play together, to be like more fun.
It depends. In my opinion, the game can be either group or solo. It's based on what content you wanna do. You can do fractal solo, the CM tiers, the last, the
Yeah,
tier
but
4.
I think
You can do raid solo. You can do some
of course you can
strikes.
do. Yeah, of course you can do some things alone, but I think it's more enjoyable that way. If you play with your friends, or I don't know, it's more enjoyable. In my opinion, though, I don't know.
Yeah.
So, Mr. Cause of Depression, Mr. Chaos, do you remember after all this time, what was your motive, or your, I don't know, anything about how you joined this game?
Well, pretty much, yeah. I've started playing Guild Wars on its beta. A friend of mine that we were playing another game together suggested me to buy and play this game.
Okay.
Yeah, at first glance, I was pretty sure I'm not gonna like it, to be honest.
Oh, nice.
Then I don't know what changed. Just started to like it.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's your stories reminds me a lot of my story, honestly. For example, before I start play this game like a main game, I was playing Lineage 2, and I had a friend. It was like, "Oh, you miss a lot of things. Guild Wars is even better. Why don't you play?" and stuff like that. I downloaded the free game. Uh, I didn't buy the expansions or anything. I played up to level 20, 30, and I was like, I'm kind of bored, and I don't know, I don't want to play Guild Wars. After that, he came back and he was like, okay, it's your birthday, here you go, take the expansions. He bought me the expansions, and I played because I felt like I had to play because he bought me the expansions and stuff. And after a while, I liked it. Uh, Pretty much, I liked it so much, and I made it my main game. And I
Yeah,
play
it was something
for
like that.
7 years now.
Was something like that for me too. I mean, the PvP and the World vs. World system
Yeah, I was.
something to keep me playing.
Yeah, nowadays I'm more passive. Let's say I'm not that active into the game, but yeah. And I joined into a good time for the game. Like it was really evolved when I played. There were 2 expansions. Many things were changed. Some benefits we have today that people like you guys didn't have when you played. Like for example, Chaos started from the beta. So that brings me a good topic right right now, which is about the game, guys. And I'm asking you because you play for a lot of time. Uh, what do you feel like, or what do you see for the game? The evolves or the amount of things are changed into the game. What's your opinion on that? Let's start
That's
with
a difficult question.
yeah. Let's start with you, Chaos, because you said you play from the beta. What's your opinion about the changes made into the game? Do you think there are big changes, good changes, or maybe good or bad changes is a subject for later? Let's talk about the changes. Do you feel like things are changed?
Pretty much, yeah. Like, I think everything changed from the beta till now. From the trade system, the damage, the content of the game. Like the first 2 expansions were the actual big changes, I should say. In my opinion, was pretty much everything changed from the fractals, the raids.
Yeah, that brings me another question. Do you think the game is it's like easier now? It's harder? It's I don't know.
Pretty much easier
Like
on my
back
point,
then,
on my
the
point of view.
dungeons. For example, we are doing some dungeons right now, and we are 3-man. Uh, Before, like when you did start the game, uh, would you be able to do it in like 2-man, 3-man, 4-man, or you should be 5-man?
It would be, let's say, easy to not so easy to do it on 2-man or 3-man, but you would actually manage to do that. The portal, by the way.
Yeah. Okay, so you think the game have changed big times, big ways, and things are easier nowadays. Like,
Yeah, man. If you just take a look on the damage at this point, every class can do tons of damage.
yeah,
So in
That's
the
true,
old
that's true.
content, in the old content, that thing changed everything. You can solo or do dungeons without any problem
Yeah,
at
that,
the
that,
moment, and
that's true. Honestly, that's true, big time.
you can see that reflection. You can see that on even the 10-man content, like raids or strikes.
Yeah, these from my personal experience too. Nowadays, from like the moment I started to play the game, which is way after your time zone, let's say. After because I started to play the game after the Path of Fire expansion, so I'm let's say a new player between me and you. Okay, the game
Yeah,
have
if you consider
changed.
the hours.
Yeah, the game have changed big ways. Nowadays we are doing, for example, the content I play more personally, raids. We are doing Doom, and Doom is a piece of cake. Honestly, there's no even a thing that makes it difficult. The damage is so damn much. We like do it with one split. People who play the game can understand if they play raids and stuff. That's nothing. One soul split is nothing to kill Doom. Back then, like when I started raiding, you in an average pack group you needed at least two soul splits for a good group. Um, so Mendel, what's your last hope, or I don't know how you want me to call you? What's your opinion on that?
Well, I was playing back on beta. I played. I created my account just a bit time before the first expansion release, so I don't have any opinion on the beta changes or anything like that. I have only about the latest changes, uh, like on the last expansions or uh, how the game manages and what is the player base.
Yeah,
Well, the main thing is that they changed a lot of things. Some things changed for the good, some for the bad. Always happens, but
yeah. I think
I think
that's
the game feels a lot easier.
yeah. That this
A lot easier.
about the good and bad changes. We will discuss it in a bit. I
Yeah,
think I want us to make that a topic of its own, if you ask me.
yeah,
Yeah, the changes, in my opinion, too, are big. And I think the damage proportion, as we talked before, it's the biggest one.
yeah,
The damage distribution between classes is huge. The damage output, it's huge.
yeah, yeah,
The support classes nowadays dealing tons of damage, which
yeah, yeah.
never happened.
I remember. I remember back in the day that the DPS classes had something like 36, 38k max benchmark.
And these
And
were
now the sports are occupied by these numbers.
and if you ask me, this amount of DPS were only with the top classes for damage, like the top broken classes for DPS only did that amount of DPS you're talking about, or the other classes were around 30k. Um, the changes are big. I mean, so big. Where to start and where to finish? Honestly, we can talk about changes for hours if you ask me. The damage, the 5-man buffs, for example, it
Yeah,
were 10-man, now 5-man. The the elimination of damage modifications. I mean, the banners from Banner Slave. I mean the Assassin's Presence from what's his face? Renegade.
Revenant.
Yeah, or the spirits from the Druid. Huge changes that you never knew that will be able to exist, and they and changes that changed the game big time. They changed the way you think, the way you play. I don't know. It's on my own opinion. You think the same? I don't know. Did these
Uh,
changes change your point of the way you think about the game or how you will operate with your class?
they limited talking about boons. They limited the boon output from 10 people to 5 people, but they increased the classes that give boons, which is a bit ridiculous for me because every MMO has the support classes and the damage classes and the tank classes, etc. And it this style of gameplay does not implement the classic MMO style.
Yeah, I
It's
get what you mean. Yeah,
it's a bit more mixed to play with.
yeah. It's
This
more.
MMO than other MMOs like World of Warcraft or any other MMO, Final Fantasy, etc.
Yeah. Let me greet Bursi. Hello, Bursi. I'm sorry, I just saw your message. Um, yeah, changed. Many things changed big time. So let me get the chance to hop into another topic. We talked about changes happened, big changes, uh, and the changes were into many things, into damage, into classes, as you said right now, to boosts, the development of classes after these changes, and all that. I think this is a good time for us to talk about another topic coming out of this one, which is our favorite or more favorable changes, let's say. Uh, what do you think? Do you want to change about the talk not change talk about the changes being made, and let's talk for the first thing, for the changes we like, our favorite changes, the changes we love. Um, let me give the honors to Chaos first. Tell us about the changes happened that you like, love, or appreciate.
Well, I love the first expansion. The whole changes from the first expansion was a big deal for me. I love them.
Oh,
The
so
new class, the new class, new specializations. It gave another feeling to the game.
yeah, you
should
had only
say.
the core. Yeah, that time before the first expansion, you had only the core classes like Elementalist, um,
We
Necromancer,
had all the classes but the Revenant.
and only core
Just to make
classes.
it sure. Yes,
No specializations, no anything.
exactly. So it was for me. It was the best change to the game. The first expansion, then the second one came, and the third one. Blah blah blah. But the first expansion was the big deal.
It changed a lot
Uh,
the way you think about the game and the way the game feels, right?
yeah, something like that. It actually gave the new specializations, as I previously said, and they added the raids, added more fractals. Back in the days, I was not playing PvE. but
Yeah, I remember
still,
that you
it was a
told
massive.
me. Yeah, you told me. I remember that you told me that you started playing PvE when I made you play PvE when we first met.
Yeah, something like that. I was bored of PvE gameplay.
Yeah, many people are pretty much bored of the PvE because it's killing a boss or killing a monster and nothing more, nothing interesting. You learn, you adapt. Yeah. So the your most favorable chains and your most impactful chains was the first expansion, right?
Yes.
Okay, that's nice. Mr. Maindel,
Yep.
what
Um,
was your most favorable, your most favorite, your most memorable, or I don't know, impactful chains, let's say?
well, um, I think the implementation of lead specializations also. It was something unique on the classes. It is still a unique thing in classes, and I think they did it very well. The only thing is that right now they have problems uh, upkeeping these changes, these classes.
Yeah.
After its expansion, they try to get new specializations, etc. And I am I'm stuck.
I know.
Well,
Yeah,
it,
they make it
it's more
too.
like
They make it too
it's more like it has
too.
some.
They make it too complicated.
How is Corosmos that?
I think
I don't know.
they make it too complicated. There are many changes. There are many things changed that there are no more things to change.
Yeah, something
Little
like that.
bit.
And they did it not a lot more complicated. They did it a lot more no brain gameplay.
Oh, yeah,
It is more of that. Yeah, it's all. If you see all the new elite specializations, they all have like attack, attack, attack,
yeah.
and
Because I personally use some of these, and I used in the past. Even some got nerfed or been unplayable right now. I can understand 100% what you mean and what you say, and I think many would agree with that. That the game been a little no-brainer right now in this era, but I think that's because they want to make it more casual friendly. Um,
uh,
I think
wait,
all that tries to make it more casual leads to that.
casual
Because,
friendly doesn't also mean that we are going to dump everything down.
yeah, that's totally true. But I think that's a negative action. That not a negative action, a negative result happened manually or automatically. I'm sorry because of that. In
Well,
everything you make something good, you make something bad without knowing it. Like there's not only good, something will change and will be bad. And I think that was one of these, like made the game more brain dead, as you said.
yeah. And if you want to make something, let me express my opinion for this one. You want to make the game more accessible, you shouldn't remove the ability from some top tier players to compete. You should have a new way to compete.
Yeah, you should let them compete, try harding, and you could
Yeah,
make the game more pug friendly, more
you can have more difficulties. Let me. Just
Yeah, yeah. That's totally true. I agree with that. Or you can give players more options to play more regular, let's say, and more options to play more try hard. You
yeah.
can split
You can
the
wait here.
you can split the course of action for every player, let's say. I think it's my time to talk about this topic too, the changes I like the most. Well, personally, I started playing on almost the release of the Sky Scale mount. I think it's near the release of no, after the Pathfire release. Um, and you know, uh, when I started the game, I think like it had the ability to keep me entertained more. The change I liked the most and I disliked the most in the same time was the period when um, the changes made about the classes. You know, the booms, the class, the damage, the all the boon theory stuff. I liked that period when everything changed because more classes got the chance to play, and classes who got bullied in 12Gs, like um, Mr. Chaos will remember the thief bullying on almost all PV content. Like, we don't want thief except thief, DPS needed, no thief. You probably remember that time, right?
Yes, it still exists
Yeah, I mean,
at this time, but
I mean,
with
yeah, I just mean that before these changes into the classes, that phenomenon was almost every day in every LFG, in every mode, in every anything. You know?
that has to do with the fact that people were seeing the top tier players picking out combinations,
Yeah,
and they were like, oh,
you need to
those
play
guys
this
playing
and
with this
that.
shit,
Yeah,
so we're gonna choose this, but no one actually paid attention on why they choose those classes. Like, for example, when you played fractals and you had a healer, uh, it's pointless to ask for a specific DPS.
yeah, because you have a healer, so
The,
it
yeah, the whole
deflects the
combination
point. Yeah,
was we choose these classes because they do pretty much
this, that, and that.
tons of
Everything has
tons
a
of
role.
damage, and
They
they
provide
provide
something. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
good
Yeah, but
good amount of buffs on the group.
yeah, I just like that change, the class changes or the boon changes. Let's say, I don't know how we can call it. We can call it the, what was the expansion we had then on these changes? I don't remember. But let's call these changes the period these changes happen. I like that the most because more classes got the chance to be able to play, you know, to compete. More classes were unlocked to be eligible to play in the hardcore game, or even in the pack groups. Even in the pack groups, people were acting like top tier tryharding groups, which was stupid. They were using, like you said, healer, and they were asking specific classes to do specific things, and that was pointless. Honestly,
Exactly.
yeah, that's why I prefer these changes a lot. Which, if you remember, I was pretty skeptical about them, and I didn't like these changes. But after time passed, I really enjoyed these changes because more classes got the chance to play, and more people were happy with the gameplay, and more people were actually playing the game that time. when these changes happened, which was amazing for us players to have more players to enjoy the game with us, so more players to enjoy our content together and stuff and stuff.
Yeah, I don't
Uh,
know.
Now it's the time for me to ask the opposite of that, which is sad, but we need to discuss that. Which changes you hated the most and why? We will start with Mendel this time.
Which change I hate? Hmm.
Yeah, which change you hated the most?
Based on my gameplay style and my experience, I think the worst thing that they did was the precasting template swapping cancellation. Means
Oh
that
yeah,
I can precast myself some boons and change to another class, and I don't know why they did that. Uh, it was a bit sad for me because all the time I tried my best to play this type of
content. Yeah,
uh, content. Like so, I love the idea that I can precast myself. Like right now, I'm playing an engineer. I could precast myself with the scrapper to get some quickness and some more boons that the holosmith class can provide, and I could swap to holosmith.
yeah, yeah,
This applies to every single classic game,
yeah,
of
yeah, yeah.
course.
I can understand. Yeah, but I think they said they told that they made that so they uh, don't have people clearing fractals and stuff so fast. I think that was the explanation about these chains, which is stupid. Like you can play classes that they can instacast all the boons in an instant. Like in 3 seconds, you can have all the boons. You just lose 3 seconds, nothing more. Yeah, that's a really good chains that you don't like. I personally don't like it either. I might not use it as much as you did, and you do, but I mean now you can, so you don't. You know what I mean.
Yeah.
But yeah, that change is really bad. What about you, Chaos?
Oh well. Mm, let's think. Uh, the damage distribution at the moment is the worst change for me. Everything is so easy. I hate it. I mean, when it was like 35k, the top DPS was the best era for me. Now everyone can like play whatever and do tons of damage, which I personally find not good.
Yeah, like right now I hate you because that was my most hated change too. Honestly, as you know, because you guys know me personally, um, my most favorite. I have two things I hate the most. One was that because my most loving playstyle or gameplay and stuff is fractals and raids. And when I started playing the fractals or the raids and started getting into it, you remember you met me in my first steps too. As you remember, you met me on my first steps into raids and fractals. I was enjoying playing fractals and raids so much. It was kind of difficult. Like even after I got into it and I was so good at it, I learned a lot of stuff, etc., etc., and I was pretty good at the game at the moment. Even at that moment, the game was difficult. Like the bosses were difficult. Scroval needed some knowledge about the boss, about your class, your rotation. You had to do specific things. Phases lasted more, so you had to dodge or evade or sidestep more things, more mechanics. You had to do more stuff anyway. Nowadays, it's like, oh, yeah, you will do this, that, and that, and with pressing 3 keys, you will kill the boss in an instant, so you don't need to do shit, and everything's fine. No, it's not fine, it's terrible. I had some excitement back then, you know? Nowadays, there's no excitement. That was a thing I was talking about with another friend, the Bursi, talked into the stream chat. We had a conversation on that, and I was like, yeah, you know, I hate that. I hate that I don't have anything new to do or anything exciting to do or anything challenging to do into the game. I'm getting bored. It's so easy.
Well, that's because the approach of the company developing the game is so everyone can do anything.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
And another thing I hate,
I mean,
and I'm sorry, I'm interrupting.
yeah,
you.
go for it. Go for it.
There's another thing I hate, which is the lack of new content. Let's say I've been playing this game for 5-6 years. I don't remember, 7 years. I don't remember right now. Honestly, it's been a long time. Okay, it's been a really long time. When I joined the game, it was the release of Wing 7 on raids, for example. It was the new raid, which I had the chance to join into groups to try it for the first time, like in blind, before everything knew the mechanics and stuff. And I was thinking about it, and up to then, up to when I joined the game, there's no new raid. There's no new challenge mode into the raids. There's nothing new. The only change is the only
Cutscene coming.
the only the only change happened was what was it? It was the change about the gold every week for the CMs, for the CMs, and nothing more into the raids. Into the fractals. In 5, 6 years, 7, I don't know how many years I play. The only change happened was 2 new fractals. And into the 5-man or I'm sorry, 10-man content, the new changes happened were the strike missions, which they are ridiculously easy. They were ridiculously easy before the changes into the damage output right now. Imagine now with the damage output, it's like unbelievably funny to play them. You can do it like 5-man. I'm sure you can do all the strikes 5-man.
Most of the strike can be done 3-man. We tried it, we did it.
3-man.
Yep.
3-man. Exactly. That's my point.
Yeah.
They,
Percuss your trap here and come along.
Something that you can do on front.
Come here.
That's my point. It's ridiculous. Honestly, it's ridiculous. It's so damn easy. It's pointless to be so easy.
Let's go.
In my opinion, though, right? It's ridiculous to be that damn easy. What's the point?
Well, I can answer for that one to you. That you said that there is nothing major changes. The thing is repetitive. If we had some more challenges, it wouldn't feel so much repetitive.
Yeah.
If you had to deal with some hard stuff, you you probably wouldn't be so bored of the game.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. If you had like something to compete for, or something more difficult or more challenging, you would be happy to do it. But nowadays, there is nothing happy about it. Like every Thursday, as you guys probably know, I'm doing some raids with a static group I have. Uh, I'm at a point that I'm getting kind of bored. I'm getting kind of bored during the raids. It's like I, I don't even pay attention anymore.
Yeah, we've noticed your gameplay.
Uh, you don't need to. You don't. I'm sorry, but you don't have to pay attention anymore to the game. You just play. I don't know, Conti Virtuoso, and you do tons of damage like that, like doing nothing. Or way before you were doing how was it called? Conti Power Mechanist.
Conti Power Mechanist.
Conti Power. I mean Alacrity Power Mechanist or Power DPS Mechanist. You were with a rifle only, and you were doing like 35 plus K damage. Wow. Or you were playing
Well,
Conti. You were playing Conti
We have,
Mechanist
we have
Alacrity.
better DPS.
Yeah, I mean, it's pointless. The supports are doing huge amounts of DPS right nowadays. I don't know why, and it's not good for the
at
game.
this, at,
You can see Quickness Untamed right now, it has like 38k DPS. It's more from some DPS. Well, if you're good at it, you can do more DPS than the 90th percentile of PUG players.
Yeah, what's the point though? What's the point? There's
Don't
no
know.
actual point. Honestly, there's no actual point on that. Let me ask you about. I think we can talk. I think we can talk about things we don't like endlessly. But let me ask you this question. What's a thing you would like to see happening? A change you would like to see?
getting lower damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty much that.
Like
Much lower the damage.
the top DPS should be like 35k.
Yeah, totally agree.
I'll
I mean,
disagree. I'll
either
disagree
the-
with you guys. I'll disagree with you. I would like to
either
see
that-
30k.
No. Either the top damage is going to maximum of 35k, or the amount of boss's health goes up like 5 million or something.
Yeah.
No, more. It has to be like 10% more health.
Yeah, something like
Or,
that. I mean,
or 20 or 30. It's ridiculously easy to play anything right now, any content. It's if the group knows how to properly dodge the mechanics and do good DPS, every boss is being deleted in matter of seconds.
Yeah. In my opinion, things I would like to change personally would be the damage. I would like it to be up to 30k tops, and all the bosses stay as they are right now, HP wise, everything. I would like the top DPS to be 30k in every class, in every aspect, in anything. And with classes that they're getting more damage with allies, for example, Thief or Conti Firebrand, classes that are coming out the top of my head. I would like to see 30k with allies, not solo. And another change I would love to see would be more content or more challenging things into the already content we have, like, or new raids, for example, or new fractals, or I don't know. Or if we don't have that, I would like more things to be interesting and make the game interesting. I'm at a point I I'm at a point into this game which I think I don't have a reason to play.
Here.
At this point of the game, the best thing you can do is make your own content.
Yeah, I mean,
Like as me and Manuel do, like 2-man dungeons or low-man content all the time.
yeah, I mean,
That's a challenging aspect of the game this moment.
yeah, I can understand that. Why should I make the content? There is a company behind this game. I'm sorry, but you know what I mean.
Well, if you still want to play and enjoy the game, then you should make your own content.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
yeah, I can understand your point, and it's 100% correct. But I feel you get my point. Why should I make the content when there's a whole company behind this? Or I think there are two companies now behind this game.
no, it's just once.
Okay,
Just one.
okay. Why should I make it? There's a company behind that, getting our money. Okay, for the expansions, to make the game better and more enjoyable and stuff like that. Why should I do it? I'm not saying it's bad for me to do it, but I shouldn't do that, you know?
Well, you shouldn't do that, but
I have to do that to
if you
enjoy
want
the
to
game.
enjoy, yeah, if you want to enjoy the game, then you have to do it.
Yeah. I feel you 100%. So, guys, I think with all that, in a fast podcast, because I think we could like talk for hours about these things. Like,
Ready?
yeah, I'm ready. We can talk about it. I think way too many hours. In the instead of like 40 minutes or 50 we are talking right now. I think we covered a good amount of things, you know, of what's happening. I don't know about you.
Okay, let me answer the question for you for the previous question you asked Chaos about.
Oh,
The company is not obligated to create any content for you. Let's be clear about that. The company is going to make a content that pays them.
yeah,
The majority of players want easy things like strikes, like open world content,
Yeah.
open world bosses, and all these things, and cosmetics. This is the majority of the players want. The majority of players paying for that. You are not paying to get the new fractal. You get it for free. You're not paying to get any new raid. You are not paying any about that content we're talking about right now.
yeah.
The only thing that is paying for them is the open world things and like the expansion maps plus the cosmetics. So they aren't obligated to create any content about us. The thing that I told earlier is that I either add a new type of content or something, or you can just adjust the difficulties. If they adjust difficulties, imagine we're playing right now dungeons. You can add a demonic difficulty. You like you get in and you can do it 2 or 3 man. It will be very difficult to do it 2 or 3 man. You would need 5 man or 4 man content. Also, like fractals, you can add more difficulty level on it, or make the classes a bit less easy, a bit less powerful.
Yeah.
This would make the game a bit more interesting and you can compete a bit on this one.
Yeah. That's true. That you make the game more hard. You enjoy more. Like there should be something. Yeah. Well, there's not for the time being at least. So let's hope in the near future something will change about that. Let's hope.
What I didn't hear the question.
I mean, I say there's nothing happening right now, so let's hope in the meantime we will have something better. You know, something changed, something to make this game even greater, you know, more enjoyable, or I don't know. Let's hope for a change.
The change I would like to see is only to hear everyone, not only the casuals, not only the elites, not only the any kind of player.
Yeah,
I
any kind
don't
of
care
player.
what anyone has to say. Like my opinion isn't heard, and your opinion isn't heard. Someone's opinion isn't heard. They see the numbers. They don't see the people playing the game.
Yeah,
They,
you
they
want
just
everyone to have their
the
opinion, and
money.
yeah, you don't want them to hear the economic opinion. You want them to see the player base opinion.
They can well they will always look at the economic thing. That's the reason they are running the servers, right?
Yeah, I mean,
The only
you want them to look at you too. You are a
yeah
player.
yeah. I want to check on players also what the players want, what the players need.
Yeah, they need more
That,
fractals, more raids, more difficulties, more something.
yeah,
Yeah, that's true. That's true. So everyone can enjoy the game their own way.
yeah.
Yeah, that's true, guys. I really want to thank you for joining. I think we shortly talked about some serious things into about the game. We could like do 2 or 3 more episodes on that to discuss even deeper many things of these we talked about today. But I want to thank you really so much for making some time and joining my stream and being with me talking about some things we would like to see from the game we play. Thank you so much
Yeah.
for your time, guys. I really appreciate it.
It was nothing.
Thanks also for the invitation because it was fun. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it
and
was pretty fun.
this conversation had this short podcast. Let's say it will be posted on YouTube. So if people want to see more of that, I think we all are happy to create more.
Yeah, sure.
So, guys, if you like this type of content, talking about games while playing these games, please leave a comment down below, telling us what you would like to see. If you would like to see an episode 2 of this podcast while playing Guild Wars 2, please let us know down into the description, into the comment section. I'm sorry. And Chaos, Mendel, thank you so much for another time, and I hope we will gather together another time too to make a part 2 of this one. Why not?
Or even play some dungeons. Why not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or for me to be more active into the game. Why not?
Yeah, you're only active on Tuesdays, my friend.
Yeah.
Or
Nowadays I'm
Thursdays, I
only
don't know it anymore.
on Tuesday, only on Tuesdays nowadays.
Yeah.
Well, it is
You
what it
should
is.
come and join our dungeon tours.
Well, maybe sometimes. Well, it is what it is. Thank you so much. Have a good one, and I hope I see you into the next video. Bye bye, guys.
Hello, bye bye.
Bye bye.